Hi everybody, Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 7 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here again to bring you another tip on how to help you create the life you want. Today I'm here in Lake Arrowhead, California, doing another one of my leadership retreats. Thought I'd take advantage of this beautiful setting again and shoot a short video for those of you who are wanting to have more influence in your life and in the lives of others. Bring more clarity, confidence, and creativity to everything you do. Today I want to look at a quote that I'm sending out to those 6,000 folks on my quote list. It's from a gentleman by the name of Victor Frankl. He says, "Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by a lack of meaning and purpose." Now on the surface, that's kind of like a really nice quote, but I'm sure some people go, oh yeah, here's another quote from some psychologist who's probably living this cushy life. Hey, he's in California, so he's probably in California. He doesn't know what I'm having to deal with. He doesn't know the circumstances that I'm having to deal with. Well, Victor Frankl wrote this quote in a book called Man's Search for Meaning that he wrote while he was in Auschwitz, a concentration camp at the end of World War II. So I think there's some credibility there, don't you? If he can look at life and say, you know, life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose, and he can do that in Auschwitz, maybe we can do that in our life. Maybe we can do that with traffic or difficult people or other situations if we really understand what that means. Because for those of you who follow my Life from the Top of the Mind philosophy, you know I like to look at situations like this not only in a psychological way, but a physiological way. Because there is a part of our brain that attributes meaning to life, sometimes without a sense of purpose. That's that middle part of the brain, the limbic system. It has a tendency to search around for anything that it feels is threatening or negative and have us react to it without thinking, without purpose. And so when we attribute meaning to traffic or difficult people or difficult circumstances with no sense of purpose, then yeah, we find ourselves in that reactive part of the brain. We find ourselves feeling stressed and anxious and frustrated and annoyed and overwhelmed and worried, depressed. But if we can begin to attribute meaning with purpose, if we can decide what our purpose is and use that to give meaning to the situations we're in, now all of a sudden we're having more influence in our life and in the lives of others. For instance, what does it mean to be in traffic? Does it mean we are late and we're frustrated and people aren't driving the way we want to? Well, that's going to throw us into the brainstem. If it is an opportunity to define who I am, if my kids were sitting in the back seat saying, hey, Mom, Dad, teach me how to be in traffic, all of a sudden life is a place to practice defining who I am in a way I would recommend to those I love. It gives circumstances new meaning. What if we thought and got clear about our purpose and made it our highest purpose, which means we made it the most important thing we do, to attribute meaning, assign meaning to all of life's situations in a way that we would recommend to those we love, in a way that allows us to access the qualities and characteristics that allow us to be our best and bring our best to life. We could look at challenging situations and say, okay, what's the meaning here? What is my purpose? How do I want to define this situation in a way that allows me to access my highest purpose? What if my highest purpose was bringing clarity, confidence, creativity, compassion to everything I do? How do I need to attribute meaning to this situation in a way that allows me to do that? See, when we're attributing meaning on purpose, psychology calls it the attribution theory, how we attribute meaning. If we're doing that on purpose, deliberately, in a way that's congruent with our highest purpose, we're actually coming from this clear, confident, creative part of the brain, what I call the top of the mind. And when we can get good at this, when we can begin to do this in a way that allows us to see any situation as an opportunity to define who we are in a way that we would recommend to those we love, all of a sudden, life becomes this place to practice. It becomes this situation where we can begin to influence how we think and how we feel and how other people think and feel in a way that's very, very powerful, very, very special. If you would like this for your organization, for your life, all you got to do is go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com, or just Google Bill Crawford. I'll come up on the first page. Hit the contact button, let me know what you're interested in, and I'd love to help you with this, or help your organization become more purposeful, attribute meaning to what they do in a way that allows them to bring their best to life and allows them to influence other people's lives in a way that is meaningful and purposeful. Again, if you're liking these videos, by the way, please hit the like button. You know how Google, YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest all love it when you like it. So do that, share it with your friends. If you have any comments about this, any questions, feel free to leave those below. I always read your comments and answer any questions I can. Hoping you're finding these valuable. I try to bring you one a week, and this is one that I've been waiting to do. It's kind of now become a part of my seminars, my philosophy, this meaning and purpose component that we can bring to any situation. If so, here's to you, bringing more clarity about meaning and purpose to every aspect of your life, more confidence, more creativity to everything you do, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.